You ever walk into your own life and not recognize the room? That's what it felt like that night. Me name in gold letters out front, my history stitched into every tile and tablecloth. But the air felt wrong, like someone was holding their breath just out of sight. I sat alone, quiet, fingers skimming the edge of the table trying to look like I belonged, even though, deep down, I already sensed I was the odd man out in my own story. The waiter glided up, too smooth, too efficient. Didn't look at me. Just slid a folded napkin by my bread plate and vanished. Something about the way he moved made my skin prickle. I waited, pretending to admire the wine glasses, the laughter drifting through the room. But then I opened that napkin and 6 words jumped out at me. This is a setup. Don't react. My pulse went cold. I didn't flinch, didn't blink, just listened to the room as if I could pick out the liar by the sound of their voice. Who's watching and why? Under the warm lighting of my own restaurant, every detail was a little too perfect, every smile just a bit too rehearsed. The kind of night where the wrongness is almost invisible if you're not looking for it. Now, I didn't come to Aurelia as the CEO tonight. No press, no staff meeting. Just me, Jackson Rivers, the guy who once scrubbed floors and crashed on the dry goods in the kitchen, pretending he wasn't hungry. I built this place with my bare hands, with a best friend Eli, cross whose faith in the dream was the reason the doors ever opened. Eli's been gone for 7 years now. The last thing I expected was to see his handwriting again. 3 weeks back, I'd gotten an anonymous email. You need to see what they're doing. No greeting, just a string of shaky photos. Staff messing around on their phones during service. A server slipping something into a drink. My own chef pocketing cash. And the kicker, your team thinks you're a joke. The pictures weren't clear, but the seed of doubt? That hit hard and fast. If half of it was true, everything I'd built was already falling apart. But if it was fake, someone was working damn hard to make it look real. One photo didn't fit, too blurry, taken through a window, but the silhouette was haunting. Sharp jaw, scar from temple to jaw. It looked like Eli. Couldn't be, I thought. I paid for that man's headstone. Yet the image stuck in my head like a bad refrain. So I made a reservation for one under another name. Let the beard grow, wore glasses, dressed down. I had to see for myself. The night of everything fell off from the jump. Chairs I'd picked, tile I'd fought for, the playlist I'd curated tonight, it all felt like a stage built for someone else's play. Staff moved in patterns I didn't recognize. The woman bringing my water, Sienna, had been with me since the second year, loyal to a fault, sharp as a tack, but tonight, she didn't even blink my way. Greeted me like I was just another guest. That was my second warning. Another napkin. This time, longer message, cameras everywhere. Most customers are actors. Don't react. My hands started to sweat. I scanned the room, laughing couples, the man at the bar with the phone angled too precisely, a woman scrolling near the kitchen but never tapping. It was a production, not a dinner service. My every move, every breath, recorded. And then came the show first. A woman in a cream dress leaping up, shrieking about wine spilled on her. Loud enough to turn every head. Phones whipped out in a second. Live streams already rolling. Next, a man barking about cold food, shouting so loud it cut through the restaurant like a buzz saw. The guests echoed him, nodding and murmuring their lines, momentum building not because of bad food, but because that was the script. My mind raced. This wasn't a bad review, it was an execution. Someone wanted Aurelia destroyed. But why? And why now? The chaos kept coming, a woman faking an allergic reaction, red blotches appearing like bad stage makeup, boyfriend calling for help, someone yelling for 911. Phones everywhere, captions reading fine dining nearly kills woman. But I watched her panic was too clean, her breathing too steady. Performance, not poison. Then, the kitchen exploded, a man in a chef's coat yelling at the staff, swinging a ladle. Supposed to be Roberto, my mute head chef since his accident, but this guy was all noise and fury, another actor. Then, a server tripped, spilled soup all over a guest's laptop, and, just like magic, a cockroach floated on the surface. Phone zoomed in, cries of disgusting, and shut this place down, ringing out. My stomach twisted, but not from nausea, from anger. This was sabotage, choreographed with surgical precision. I glanced to the far side of the room, and behind a plant near the bar, there he was, a man in a navy blazer, adjusting a camera rig, scar above his left brow, eyes cold. Eli Cross. Alive. Directing my public crucifixion with a smirk. I felt time stall. For 7 years, I'd carried the weight of his death, the fire that took our first place, the funeral, the guilt. Turns out I'd buried the wrong man. Eli caught my eye, raised his glass, and the lights above picked out the red wine swirling. Not a toast, but a dare. Cameras locked onto me. Sienna appeared, slipped a dessert menu I didn't order. Under her breath, 12 cameras. Live stream. They want you broken, not the truth. That was my third warning, and also my lifeline. So I did the only thing left. Pulled out my phone, went live. Showed the world what was happening, pointed the lens at the fake allergy, at the chef, explained the truth. We never serve shellfish on Fridays. Roberto can't speak. The allergy was staged. Played a video I'd recorded of Eli days before, handing out envelopes to the same actors in this room. Showed him directing the chaos. Sienna mirrored her hidden camera to my stream, Eli on a wireless mic, giving cues, signaling each act. Then the front doors burst open, federal agents swarming in. Eli handcuffed and led away. The room caught mid-shock. Silence, then applause, first real, then online, as my viewers spiked, comments flipping from hate to support in real time. Eli passed by, our eyes locked, and I told him quietly, 7 years I carried guilt. Now I know I wasn't your friend. I was your mark. No final words, just the click of cuffs and the hollow echo of betrayal. I finished my steak, let the live stream roll, and the world watched as the villain's story crumbled. By morning, every news outlet ran the clip. Owner exposes sabotage live, ex-partner arrested, redemption in real time. My name trended not for scandal, but for not blinking when hell broke loose. When it was over, I walked the floor, the old weight lifting. Gave Sienna the key to the place. Loyalty doesn't need a spotlight, just needs to be seen. She stared at it, then smiled. You sure? I nodded. I trust you. Some stories are rebuilt with cameras. Others with the right people. I stepped into the quiet, just me and the golden glow of Aurelia on the glass. No crowd, no noise, just the peace that comes from surviving the fire and still standing. And if you've ever been misunderstood, if you've ever had your story twisted before you could speak, tell me in the comments. Because truth, it doesn't just survive. It connects. You know what I mean?
Xin chào các bạn, mình là Trinh, mình phụ trách viết content. Trên đây là những công việc của mình, là mình lên mạng xã hội tìm hiểu những video.
It is cold, yeah. Next one? Alright. Thank you, man. Hey, if you guys have any trouble, let somebody know. Please. After the tree.